Hello, Dr. Clements is back again. Thought you'd like to know a little bit about what to expect during this class that we're calling Environmental Science or Environmental Studies 1. Well, the course is divided into 7 modules. Each module lasts for approximately 2 weeks. During each module, you'll have readings to do in the textbook, plus supplemental readings that are provided on the eLearn website. You'll also have a variety of internet links that you can visit that will help to clarify and further explain some of the concepts that you're studying in the class. There will also be an activity, essentially the lab portion of the course, and that's going to consist of a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet that you'll download, or in a couple of cases, a PowerPoint presentation. And you'll follow the directions in the spreadsheet or in the presentation to provide the information that is asked for. Now, that will require you to have a reasonably good quality digital camera, although you want to make sure that you follow the camera setup guidelines very, very carefully, because otherwise some of your files are going to be huge and there is a limit to how big a file you can upload to eLearn. Anyway, you'll do those various activities, which often involve collecting data over a period of about a week, and then interpreting that data and providing photographs showing that you have that you've actually done that particular work. Finally, at the end, well, not finally, also there's a discussion for each module, and this will be a graded discussion where I will throw out a topic and you will provide, preferably after you've had some time to study the material, your feelings and feedback and observations about it. You'll also be expected to respond to other people's feelings and reflections and observations as well. There will be a quiz that will consist of about 25 questions, and it will open up at a certain period during the 2 weeks that the module is open, and you'll have about a week in which to find time to complete the quiz. Finally, at the end of each unit, there's an opportunity for you to respond to what you have learned. And we call these takeaways. And these are in the discussion board. And there you will just talk about what you learned, what was new, what surprised you. Just whatever you feel like you got out of that particular module. And those are kind of important because those are worth extra credit at the end of the semester. Now, the topics that we're going to be covering, well, the first module is on basic overview of environmental science, what the environment is, what environmental science is about and is not about. It's not all about bunny hugging and tree hugging and that kind of thing. It's something that is important and is relevant to you and to me and to all of us. We'll also be exploring a lot of background information. You need to know about the different kinds of countries, about the different ways in which people operate. Not everybody lives like we do, and that's an important aspect of these introductory units. Plus a little bit of history, human history, and history of this idea of environmentalism. The second unit is about matter, energy, resources, and pollution. These are very important topics. These are kind of the building blocks. And this will form a very important foundation for the next 5 modules that we'll be studying. The next 5 modules actually can go in different orders depending on which semester you take the course. But pretty much they go as follows. We'll have a unit on human populations. How big is the human population? How does the human population change over time? Where do we live and how do we interact with the earth? Okay? And along with that, the concepts of hazards and risks, and what are the things that we have to worry about? How do we measure these things? How do we know that certain things are dangerous and that other things maybe not so much? Then we have a unit on earth science. We talk about earth structure, how the earth operates as a system. We look at how that affects you because we're all affected by what happens here on the Earth. Then we have a module on weather and climate, another thing that affects us all the time. Out here it's a rather cloudy, kind of dreary day at the North Chickamauga Creek State Natural Area, but it's a delightful day to be out here talking to you about my class. Weather and climate, and how humans are interacting with that, and many believe actually affecting that. Then we're going to have 2 units on ecology. The first unit, how ecosystems are put together, how the plants and the animals work and interact with each other to form the living framework of the planet. And then in the second, or the last unit, the second ecology unit, we'll look at the big picture in terms of ecology. We'll talk about biomes, and you'll get a chance to study the biome that you're a part of and be able to share that with us. And we'll also talk about populations of organisms that aren't people. A lot of the same ideas as in the human population unit will come back, but there are a lot of things that are different with regard to plants and squirrels and possums and things like that. They're not quite the same as people. So those are the 7 topics that we will be exploring in 7 modules in this class. Each one of them, all of the material except for the quizzes, is available for you to look over on the eLearn website. And I recommend that you do kind of look ahead, especially at some of the activities, because some of those you have to kind of plan for a little bit to make sure that you're going to be able to gather the data. In some cases you're going to have to buy some gas. You might have to buy a lot of gas and may have to save up a little money for that. But the better of an idea that you have of what's coming up, the easier it's going to be for you to complete the tasks, and the more you're going to get out of my course.